Hi, hello. Are you here for the 10 o'clock appointment? Is that correct? Okay, perfect. Then you are meeting with me. My name is Sammy and I work as a therapist and counselor here. So you will be talking to me. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, please have a seat. Would you like to have a cup of tea or a glass of water? Cup of tea? Sure. Let me just pour it for you. Is green tea alright for you? Okay. Okay, there you go. Alright. Okay, perfect. So, can I ask you what brings you in here today? Okay. Okay. So you seem to be having some trouble with sleeping, is that correct? Okay. Well, we can definitely work on that together here. Yeah, for sure. Perfect. Okay, before we start, can I please ask you if we can fill out a short form? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. It's just a short form that we need to fill out with our new clients that are here for the first time. Perfect, thank you very much. It won't take long. Okay, so first of all, can I have your name, please? So it's Alex Harris. Okay, double S. Okay. And your date of birth? Okay, it's the 15th of March, 1985. Okay. Okay, and what is your current address? Just a city or town is fine. Okay, so you live right here. Okay. Okay, now would you be willing to give us your email address? Thank you very much. Okay. So it's your name and at gmail.com. Okay, let me write it down. So that's Alex Harris at gmail.com. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, could you tell me your telephone number? So it's 1 2 0 3 5 5 5 and 3 2 6 5. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Oddly enough, we have lots of telephone numbers with 555. It's a weird coincidence. Okay, and how did you learn about us, about our services? Okay, so a friend told you about us. Okay, glad to hear that. Yeah, good to hear about a satisfied client. Okay, let me write it down. Okay, alright, I think that's everything I needed for now. And now we can get back to the reason why you came here. Okay, yeah, so you said you have some trouble with sleeping. Okay, could you tell me a little bit more about it? How do they look like exactly? Yeah, I mean, do you seem to be having trouble more with falling asleep, or is it with waking up, or with the quality of your sleep? Okay. Okay. Oh, So it's more with falling asleep and then waking up too early. Is that correct? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I can imagine it's not a lot of sleep for you then. Yeah. Do you have a work that you need to get up in the morning to? Any tight working schedules? Okay, so it's just a normal 9 to 5 job. Yeah, at least it's that, but still I can imagine that it might have an effect on your work. What is your occupation, if I may ask? Okay. So we work at the library. Okay. It's a nice job. Yeah, it's a cool job. But I can imagine that with the sleep troubles, it might not be so enjoyable. Yeah. Would you say that the lack of sleep somehow affects the quality of your work or your work performance? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, so it seems to be affecting more your mood or your emotion in general, but not the work performance. Wow, what? How is that? I'm just wondering, what do you do to sort of not get the lack of sleep in the way of your work performance? Is there something that you do? Okay. So we consciously try to sort of like toughen up and just go through the day. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I have to say that as I'm listening to you, it feels sort of like a double-edged sword. On the one side, I feel like you're being really responsible with your decision to not let the lack of sleep affect your work. I find it very responsible and admirable. But on the other hand, I definitely see that you having to toughen up might even affect the level of your energy. It can take up a lot of energy and yeah, exactly, make you even more tired and more prone to mood swings. Yeah, you might say that basically your solution somehow even worsens the trouble that you have from lack of sleep. Yeah. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Oh, okay. So you are saying that even your coworkers now are sort of noticing the change in your moods. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they are a little bit worried about you as well. Okay, so it's even visible to the other people. Okay. Well, I see that it's definitely something that needs to be changed. I definitely see that this is affecting your life to a great degree, and I'm just so glad that you came here. Yeah, that you are not, you are not ignoring something that is affecting your life and your happiness to such a degree, and you are taking the responsible step and taking care of yourself. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Can I ask you, when did this trouble with sleep actually start? Okay. Okay, so it was like 5 years ago. Okay. And have you seen someone regarding these sleeping problems, except for seeing me? Okay, a neurologist. Neurologist, okay. And what was the result of your cooperation or your visit to the neurologist? Okay. Okay, so he prescribed you some sleeping pills? Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. So you started taking them, but then you realized that they kind of made your head hurt a little bit. Okay, and you were also afraid of the addiction to the sleeping pills. Okay, so you stopped taking them. I see. No, don't worry. I definitely get that, and I feel that it's totally your decision and your call whether you want to take some pills and whether you feel that they are actually helping you or they are not helping at all. So they were helping with the sleep, but otherwise you felt the side effects quite a lot. Yeah, I totally understand that. In that case, you want to try some other means of dealing with these problems and maybe get to some sleeping pills as a last resort, basically. Yeah. On the other hand, yeah, I think it's quite wise to try different solutions of what you can do as yourself before actually going to the option of the sleeping pills. Yeah, I think it's quite nice. Definitely, yeah. So that's why you're here, right? Yeah, that's what we are going to be working on. Okay, so looking back 5 years ago, can you recall what was happening in your life back then? Were there any major changes or even minor changes to your life? Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking if there was anything that could affected the quality of your sleep. Nothing that you can think of. Okay. So no changes at all in your life. Okay, mainly positive changes. Well, maybe even positive changes can actually change our life a little bit, and in the end they basically they might have some negative effect at some small areas relatable to sleep or not even relatable to sleep, just anything in general that was happening in your life back then might be useful here. Okay. Okay, so you were in a stable relationship back then. No changes there. Okay. And you were working at the library already? Okay. Okay, so you were working there for like half a year before these problems started? Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking, what changes exactly did the library job actually brought to your life? What changed basically because of this job? So it was mainly the positive changes as well. You made new friends. Okay. Okay. And money, obviously. Yeah. Okay. How did you use the money actually? I'm curious. Oh, you bought yourself a smartphone. Okay. So it was your first smartphone before you used the old cell phones. Okay. And was it a huge change for your lifestyle? Did the smartphone affect your lifestyle to a great degree? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. So you say that before you had a smartphone, you used to read a lot in your free time, in your leisure time, and even before you were working in the library generally. You would read a lot, but since you started working in the library, then you stopped reading so much because you started reading the books for work. Actually, that was part of your job. Okay, and especially when you purchased the smartphone, you actually replaced the book with the smartphone. Okay, I can definitely understand that. Yeah, it's completely understandable that you need to balance your work, the type of activity that you do at your day job with something different in your leisure time. Yeah. For example, if you are doing something manual or practical in your job, it's usually good to do some mind exercise or some relaxation, something not practical at all in your leisure time, and vice versa. So if you are doing office work or if you're reading books, it's usually good to balance it with something else. I definitely see why you would not be reading books in your job and in your free time. It's totally understandable. Yeah. And well, I'm thinking if your routine was a little bit different before you purchased your smartphone and you were reading books more than, if it actually affected how you went to sleep. Yeah, I'm just going back to the sleeping problems. If you, for example, read books before sleep before, and now you replaced it, since you purchased a smartphone, now you replaced it with maybe being on your smartphone. Okay, you did. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, before you would be reading your book before going to sleep, and now you usually are just on your smartphone. Yeah, I'm afraid that definitely might contribute to the quality of the sleep. That's one of the major contributions to the sleeping troubles that people might have today, is the usage of smartphone. Yeah. Well, it's actually the screen usually, and the screen of smartphone and of tablets and other electronics actually emits sort of a blue light, and this blue light sort of blocks the creation of melatonin, which is the sleeping hormone. Yeah, it's pretty direct link between these two. Yeah. Well, melatonin is a hormone that is created usually in the dark. Yeah, it needs complete dark to get created, and then it directly helps the brain to sleep. And the light from the smartphone or tablet and so on can actually block its creation. Well, it actually might be that easy. Yeah, actually limiting the time that you spend on your smartphone, especially before sleep, at least an hour before sleep, can actually dramatically improve your sleep quality. Yeah, so I definitely recommend trying limiting the time that you spend on your smartphone, and ideally also using some kind of night filter that usually adds a little bit of orange light to your smartphone screen. It sort of counterbalances the blue light that your smartphone emits, and it sort of tones it down and adds a little bit of the orange color that is not so harmful to the melatonin. Yeah, you will find tons of these, night filters and night apps. So don't worry about it. Try to search for them, and I'm sure something will come up. Okay. So yeah, I'm so glad that we could come up with something that could actually help you. Yeah. I'm thinking that if you would like, I could actually give you some tips that you could try in the course of the next week or so, and you can try them, maybe different types of change on different day or night, and then week later we can actually look at them, look at the things that you tried, and try to see which of them helped you actually, which of them resulted in better sleep. Would it be okay with you, or would you be interested in trying that? Okay, perfect. So, you know what, let me give you a little brochure with the tips that you can bring with yourself home, and you can follow the tips on the brochure, and then we can just review them. Okay, so the first tip actually relates to the darkness. Yeah, so it's related to the usage of smartphone, as we talked about, that the hormone melatonin actually needs dark to get produced. Yeah. So in similar ways you can boost the creation of melatonin by just turning off the lights. Yeah, by keeping your room as dark as possible. If you have some drapes that will block the sunlight, that will be super helpful. And also turning off any lights in your room. Yeah. So basically keeping your room as dark as possible and staying off smartphone and other devices with the electronic screen at least an hour before you go to sleep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'm thinking that since you are using your smartphone before sleep, and before that you are actually using your books, I'm thinking if there is anything that you can actually replace it with. Yeah, I can imagine that it's usually good to have some kind of relaxing activity before actually going to sleep, and I can imagine that just leaving your being on smartphone would not be that easy for you. Yeah. So could you actually think of anything that you would like to do before going to sleep that wouldn't be related to being on your smartphone? Any relaxing activity? Okay, listening to music. That sounds actually very good. Yeah, you like classical music? Okay, that sounds actually wonderful. Yeah, so that's a great option. Yeah, instead of being on your smartphone, you can actually listen to classical music. That's a great idea right there. And it actually reminded me that some of my clients do recommend listening to ASMR videos, if you've heard about them. They are videos, but you would usually have to just listen to them. Yeah, because they are sort of like these relaxation videos that are using pleasant sounds to induce relaxation or even sleep, and some of my clients swear by them. Yeah, some of them say they cannot sleep without it. So you might actually try them out and see if they are yeah, valuable to you. They are not for everyone. I know some people just don't respond to them, but if you are an ASMR sensitive person, this might be a great thing for you. Okay, yeah. Oh, sure. I'm gonna write it down for you so you can. I'm gonna write it actually on the brochure that you can take then with you. Okay, just gonna write a note here. So it's ASMR. Okay, so you can try that. You just type it on YouTube, and you might try a couple of videos, and you will immediately see if they feel good for you or not. Yeah. So listening to music, listening maybe to ASMR videos. Are there any other activities that you can think of that would be interesting for you to do before sleep? Maybe some relaxation? Okay. There are definitely also relaxation videos on YouTube, and they are actually quite good. You can try them out as well. They are usually with guided relaxation, so you can search them out and maybe try to relax to the voice in the video and to the instructions in the video. Yeah, so you have great ideas. Yeah, thank you so much for coming up with them. I think it might be really helpful to create some sort of a ritual before going to sleep, so that sort of lets your body know that you are preparing to go to sleep. Yeah. It has been found that when you go through sort of like repeated activities before going to sleep every day, then your body will sort of learn that it's time to go to sleep, and automatically will try to prepare for going to sleep. So I think it's a very good idea to have sort of like a ritual of your own, sort of like a sleep ritual prepared for you. You can try different things, and once you find something that feels right for you, you can stick with it. That sounds good. Okay. A next thing that we have also here in this brochure is to sort of tweak your environment to the optimal level for sleeping, and that usually involves letting some fresh air in and making your bed as comfortable as possible. So some of my clients actually like sleeping with window open, but some of them just like to sort of let the fresh air in before going to sleep, but then sleep with closed window. It's up to you as well. You can try different things and see what works for you best. Yeah. And then usually my clients find it very useful to make their bed as comfortable as possible, and that usually just means just making your bed in the morning. So in the evening you actually go to a nice prepared bed and it feels sort of really nice. It actually also might be useful to get an ergonomic pillow that is created for the shape of your neck, and it's created for the best sleep. So any ergonomic pillow with the memory foam, it's actually quite useful. I know it's quite costly, but it actually might help a lot. So that's another thing that you can try, or maybe in the future. Okay. Okay, and the last thing that you can try is more of an additional thing. It's not the elemental change that would help on its own, but in my opinion these are good as an addition to the changes that we have already talked about. And these tips are related to food and drink. So I sort of see them as a substitution for the sleeping pills. So yeah, they might work a little less, but they are also a lot less harmful. Yeah, actually there are some foods that actually can boost the production of melatonin. So you can try them out and see if they work on you. They are usually fruits. So the most known fruit that boosts the production of melatonin is pineapple, then banana, the cherries, oranges, and I think oats as well. So you might try them out, especially pineapple and banana are great, and you might find out that it actually is helpful. And in regards to the drinks, it's usually herbal teas. So if you like herbal teas, if you like herbs, you might try them. The most useful usually are chamomile, lemon balm, and valerian. So you can try them, you can mix them up and try to see if they are helpful for you. Yeah, so I think that's it. These are all of my tips that I have here in this brochure. I'm just gonna give it to you, if you don't mind. There you go. Yeah, you can keep it, you can take it with yourself to your home and try different things. Definitely, I think definitely staying off your smartphone would make the greatest difference, and we might see each other in a week, if that's alright with you, and we can review some of the changes that you made during this week and see if some of them actually helped you and some of them made a difference for your sleep quality. Does that sound good for you? Okay. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so have a great time. Have a good sleep, I hope, and see you in a week. Okay, bye.